sponsor of today's video, d5t5.com, and I have an important message for you guys. You're invited to attend SwedishDrive on June 21, so mark your calendars. I will be attending personally, and I will be flying over all the way from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, across the ocean, all the way to Europe, to Czech Republic. The location of the event is the same as last year, so 1 hour and 20-minute drive north of Prague. There is a little town called Sosnova, and the place is the Autodrome Sosnova. I don't know if I pronounce it well, but that's what it's called. So this will be the second time that D5T5 organizes the event, and let me tell you, we've got to beat the record on the number of Volvos we've had. So Google the website SwedishDrive, all the information is there. So last year we had approximately 100 cars, including Volvo and some subs. The weather wasn't the best. Hopefully this year we're gonna be lucky with a lot of sunshine. So a lot of activities are waiting, and this is your opportunity to meet me and the D5T5 team. Don't miss that opportunity. If you're able to bring your Volvo or sub, please do so. Register in advance, and hopefully I'm gonna see you there. The price is per car, and it's approximately 25 euro. If you're coming over with no car, the attendant is free of charge. Lots of activities that day, so if you're able to, please come over. So far 118 cars registered, so hopefully we're gonna see a lot more coming because there is still time. Let's begin the video. Thank you for listening. Finally, I had a chance to purchase used HID Xenon lights. This was here in Winnipeg, a write-off Volvo XC70, pretty poor condition. It was a super cold day. If it was warmer, I would probably grab a few other bits and pieces, because this car had premium sound in it. But anyway, I got the headlights, and the price 150 Canadian dollars for both, which is insanely cheap, in the trunk of my V50 on the way home. So let's begin. I'm gonna show you the condition. At this price, it is what it is. The left headlight is in really good condition. I want to say 9 out of 10 compared to the right side. And this is what you get when you get a used light, but they're super expensive new. They're very expensive used on eBay. So 150 bucks, that's not bad at all. And don't worry, I'll take care of this right hand side light. I have a plan what I'm gonna do with it. First of all, before I spend any more money, I need to make sure that it actually works. And these are ABL lights, which means they're active bending lights, and to retrofit it properly like they've been intended to work is gonna be very involved, because you gotta put the sensors on all 4 wheels, you gotta do wiring. That's a lot of work. I'm gonna show you the easy way how to make them work and bypassing the active bending feature. And of course Bella is in a way also very curious what's going on. Yuri, what are you doing? Yuri is working on his Volvo. These lights are a lot heavier than my halogen ones, so obviously there is the ballast and then the bending lighting module over here, whatever you call it. So I'm gonna show you the process, how to make it work, and I'm gonna put a link in the description where I took the idea from, because this is not my idea. So link will be in the description below to Sweet Speed. First of all, let's give this headlight a good clean. Now let me tell you that this was a bad idea, washing the headlight from in a shower, completely submerging it underwater like I do over here, and I'm gonna show you what happened a little bit later. So don't repeat my mistake. Take extra time, a few extra rags, but don't spray water on them. So this is what it looks like after the wash. Definitely a lot more fresh. So first of all, we gotta deal with some wiring, because the ballast uses a different negative wire. So we gotta do a small retrofit. Let's remove the cover and I'm gonna show you what needs to be done inside. The left side clip is broken, so it's only holding on the right side. Definitely a lot more things are going on in here. Remove the securing tab that holds the DS1 Xenon light bulb. Detach the connector from the bottom and pull out the light. And again, I will be installing brand new bulbs, just not yet. Let's make sure that it works first. Definitely looks like an older bulb, considering the condition of the glass over here. So yeah, that's gonna be replaced. Just in case it falls out, I'm gonna remove this springy spring, cut off the zip tie for the wiring harness, and we need to remove the ballast. So 3 Torx 20. So once you remove the 3 screws, the black wire from inside, you wanna detach it from its plastic clips. This will give you room to pull on the ballast downwards, as you can see now right here. Now there is room to disconnect. So the black wire goes to the bulb, and the other connector is the power to the ballast, the yellow and black wire. Take a small screwdriver, push on the release tab, and it will detach. Be careful with the ballast because there is a sticker on it, danger, high voltage. So be careful. And this is the tab that you need to press on to disconnect it. Now fish out the power to the ballast, the yellow and the black wire, because we're gonna work on one of these wires. So once you fish it out, you're gonna need the black wire from this connector. The black wire is gonna be your ground and the yellow is the positive one. Find the other brown wire. You can see there is a heat shrink. So we're gonna take the black. As you can see here, there is heat shrink. And now you wanna connect both of these wires together. This way the ballast will get ground from a different pin. This is what's missing. So I took here a knife and carefully, without cutting the wire, just exposed it. Just take your time. Also expose the shrink on the brown wire. And now I'm gonna do an ugly job. I gotta somehow connect both of these wires together. So I took a piece of wire, just wrapped it around, used a little bit of solder to secure it, and that's it. You know what? Ugly, but good connection. Used electrical tape to tape off all the wires, and now just fish the power connector to the ballast back into its position, and that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do with the wiring. This way the ballast will receive power because the connectors from the halogen light and the HID lamps are different. That's why we need to give it different ground cable. Reconnect both connectors, screw back the ballast, return the spring, reinstall the HID bulb, secure it with the clip, and reconnect the connector. I've done it on the other headlight, so I'm not gonna repeat it. So both headlights are done. Next, I took my Sea-Doo 12-volt battery and I'm gonna bench test if it's gonna shine. So if you look in the connector, I'm gonna show you. This is the positive, this is the negative. Okay? Right side negative, left side positive. And carefully, yep, it works. Let's test the other headlight. It works. I did take extra time to wash this rubber piece, and it looks brand new. So that's done. Now I'm gonna install the headlights onto the car and we'll continue from there. And again, thanks for d5t5.com for making this happening, because without, I would have to drive to the dealer and pay a lot of money to load the software. And all of this is done from the comfort of my home. So thanks to d5t5. I've installed the charger onto the battery because we're gonna be having ignition on for the loading process. It's not gonna take long. And I've done so much already with VDASH, multiple things, and this is another one. So the charger is connected, it's actually full, so it's just maintaining at this point. Let's swap the lights and I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen without software. And honestly, this connector, I hate it. I don't know why, but both of them are super stiff to install. You gotta pretty much press them on with force. Why? I have no idea. I grease them, doesn't help. But credit, the headlights are super easy to replace. Takes less than a minute and a half. Let's run it and see what's operational. The turn signals, the parking lights, and the high beams. Everything works except the HID lights. And that's because the computer sees different resistance. What it sees right now is the ballast, which has different resistance to a regular 55 watt bulb. That's why we see bulb failure, low beam. So, Super J2534 from d5t5.com, available for purchase, faster than Volvo dice and cheaper. So why bother, just order like I did. It's faster, it's more reliable, it's smaller. So I have it and I'm using it with VDASH and VIDA. And here is the picture of the website. 156 euros, believe me, it's worth the price. You're gonna use it many times. Ignition on, connect your laptop, install VDASH. It's free to download, free to do a lot of things, but you'll have to pay to load software. But again, from the comfort of your home, it's definitely worth it. So let's log in and let's connect to the car. Detecting vehicle. Once my Volvo is detected, all the information. I have already decoded the XEM, so you'll have to do that prior. Watch my other videos on how to do it with the engine optimization video. You do it once and then you can load software. Let's go into configuration, advanced settings, and then we're gonna open the tab for the lighting and headlights. So currently I have halogen lights without adjuster installed, and I'm looking at this long list of options and trying to decide which one is gonna work for me. Looks like the third option, which is the gas discharger lights Xenon. I'm gonna choose the third option, add it to cart. At this stage you will probably need to make payment and load money into the account. I've done it already, agree to the terms and conditions here, and now just hit start. Warning, ignition, engine off, car key in position 2, and so on. And I'm gonna fast forward. This is the process of now VDASH is loading the software. And took approximately 2 minutes to complete. All done. Let's close it, go back into advanced. Actually, let's close it. Car configuration, sorry. Advanced settings, and let's confirm that the Xenon lights have been chosen. Headlights, yep, it's on. Now we can test it, see if it worked. And before we close it, I'm gonna clear all the diagnostic trouble codes from the car. Let's start the engine and check. So, position 0 off. Obviously nothing is on. Let's turn the parking lights on, which is gonna be the next setting on the switch. Parking lights, yep, they are on. And now, moment of truth. Let's turn the headlights on. Yep, super excited, it's on. But for some reason the right side doesn't shine. The left side is on, but the right side is not. And this brings me back why I told you don't wash like I did. So I did a little bit of testing here, and I found out that the ballast is the one to blame. I marked them with a marker right left. I swapped them around, and when I switch them, the other light goes off. As you can see now, this one is on. So something's going on with the ballast. Not sure what. I did check power to the ballast over here using a multimeter. I do get 14 volts with the engine running. And I've connected it back to their original position, and yes, confirmed. Something's going on with the ballast. It doesn't operate. Okay, we'll take a look at it a little bit in a moment. For now, let's put back the original halogen lights and see if they're gonna run. And surprisingly, yes, they do run. So that's good news. I don't need to switch back and forth the software. So for now I'm gonna keep the halogens on and I'm gonna continue working on the xenons. So at your own risk, be warned, I'm gonna take apart the ballast. There is a warning sticker on it, high voltage, life danger. So be careful. I'm gonna be really careful here, despite there is no power being delivered to it. Still, I have no idea what can go wrong. So I've bent the tabs around and looks like there is some adhesive. And yes, there is adhesive all around. And yes, I found the problem. There is water. Somehow, when I washed the headlight in the tub, water got inside. So all I can do is take it apart, let it dry over the reciprocal in the house, and hope for the best. Because otherwise I'll need to get another used one, probably off eBay or something, or Amazon. And taking a look inside in the housing, I know it's hard to see on the camera, but there is traces of water. And that's a lot of components on this board. Yeah, you can see here there is water inside. So the board, I'm gonna take it and let it dry for a few hours at least before testing it again. And after a few hours, I've decided to continue the risk. I've connected it onto the headlight. And it works, so I don't have to spend money on another ballast. So that's great news. It runs. Woohoo! I did my best to clean off the old adhesive, gave it a good scrub, and now we can put everything back together using this clear silicone adhesive. Works really well. I've used it multiple times on my Volvos. And I'm gonna tape it off temporarily until the silicone cures, and I'm gonna bend the tabs back into position. Obviously it's not gonna be factory look, but it's gonna be good enough to make it work. I don't want to spend more money for no reason. If it works, it works. So that's done. Now, I did place an order on the new lens of AliExpress. Just whatever, cost me 50 Canadian dollars. And that's gonna be a big job, and that will be a separate video I'm gonna do, including installing the new lights. I just don't want to wait a month or 2 months for it to arrive. And by the way, the new Xenons also have the adjustment knobs here. Just remove this cover so you can adjust the height and the direction left and right. So that's still possible despite the active bending feature not working. So that's good news. I'm just showing you here for demonstration that it is possible to adjust them manually. And here is the result. The HID lights are functioning. I'm super happy. I had multiple comments when Yuri said too expensive, too much money. and finally I got my hands on those lights. I did install LED bulbs for the marker lights, so ignore the flickering. It's how the way iPhone picks it up. I can't wait to receive the new lens, so that's gonna be again a separate video. We're gonna work on that light and bring it back to new condition. Thanks for D5T5 for making this happen from the comfort of my home, so very recommended. I'll see you in the meeting. Whoever can attend, you are invited, so please do so. We want to beat the record this year. And on the screen at the end, Yevgeny's taillights module and the tailgate close feature module, all available for purchase. I'm gonna put the links in the description. If you own P3 Volvo, get it. I use it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.